Hi, I'm Graham Trudeau. I've been tinkering around with a equipment deck for the past few weeks, and I finally got it to a place where I can hold on to the 65-70% win rate with it. So I thought I'd share it with everyone. It's pretty different from most kind of Warriors equipment deck. Way down low, we have Portable Hull, just kind of good generic removal. Mostly this is in here for the mono white and mono green matchups, although you can occasionally, mess with treasure decks or whatever by exiling some treasure. That's never great when you have to do that, but, just generally useful. Dueling Rapier is our one-drop equipment, just pairs really nicely with Fireblade Charger. I love that interaction from the Goblin deck, and it was worth porting over. Fireblade Charger fits into the list really well because any piece of equipment gives it haste, and in particular with Sword of the Realms, it's recurable removal. So like you can swing in, maybe they block it, that thing dies, you deal 3 to the face, you replay the charger, re-equip the Sword of the Realms. And yeah, it fits into the deck very nicely. In the 2-drop slot, we have Luminarch Aspirant. Just generically powerful card. In particular, Fireblade Charger into Luminarch Aspirant is nice because you can grow the Fireblade Charger, make its death trigger much more impactful. We are running runes. We're running one of each Naya rune. That's the Rune of Sustenance, the Rune of Might, and the Rune of Speed. Lifelink, Trample, and Haste, respectively. For the runes, we're mostly looking to stick them on equipment. Uh, Often the Sword of the Realms if we can, because Sword of the Realms that gives Trample and stuff is kind of the closest thing 2022 has to Embercleave. It's the Embercleave at home. They help with consistency too by cantripping, like they draw a card every time they ETB, so they give the deck more card advantage than many equipment lists. We've Thundering Rebuke, just good generic removal, blasts down angels, can kill the Skullport Merchant, at 4 toughness creatures, ain't no thing. We have 1 copy of Fighter Class. I found Fighter Class was pretty underwhelming in general. 1 copy is in the list because it's still just an equipment tutor, which is nice, and occasionally the level 2 can be relevant because, like, cheap Maul of the Skyclave re-equips can be very, very impactful. But yeah, we only have 1. It's not a key part. Uh, we have 2 Shatterskull Smashings. Best against mono white, okay versus other creature decks. All of the Skyclaves, as I mentioned, first strike, flying. Very, very solid card in general, especially with the kind of equipment Voltron thing we assemble, or like equipment Boggle. We are running a full playset of Runeforge Champions. Kind of a holdover from my Selesnya deck. This has consistently overperformed for me just because fetching specific runes tends to help you adapt to matchups. Like you can fetch the Rune of Sustenance versus Mono White, that helps you stabilize. They run out of gas, then you beat them down. Rune of Might can help you trample through dirtly little, eye twitches and shambling ghasts and stuff. The versatility really earns its spot in the deck. A Bearded Axe, the equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each dwarf equipment or vehicle you control. So we have 4 dwarfs, a lot of equipment. We have 2 Akiris, Fearless Voyagers. We don't go super hard on Akiri. You don't want to have to rely on the draw, but if you can, set it up, it's nice. Free card advantage. Forging this Hyrite Sword, our kind of main tutor of choice. Almost always fetching Halvar with this, like you want Sword of the Realms and you want Halvar. Both halves are good, but occasionally situations will come up where fetching Maul of the Skyclaves or a Dueling Rapier, a Bearded Axe or whatever will be the correct call. And yeah, just kind of versatile, slightly slow, but the mana helps, compensate for that. We have 1 Runed Crown. This is mostly so you can jump from like forging the Tyrant Sword to Runed Crown to like the Rune of Sustenance versus Mono White again. Top end, Halvar, you generally want the Sword of the Realms. If you've played out a lot of other equipment, you want the creature to give your equipped creatures double strike, but the Sword of the Realms is the main way you kind of stabilize a lot of matchups. I think that about covers the deck, so let's get on to some matches. Oh, I entirely glossed over Armory Veteran in the deck tech. Wow, okay, so to do that now, just kind of vanilla 2-drop the Menace is the main reason it's in the deck. Menace helps you just kind of avoid, like it's a form of evasion, it helps you avoid chump blockers and stuff. Good equipment carrier. It is one of the more situational pieces in the deck, or like, if you see 3 Armory Veterans in your opening hand, you might want to mull because the card without equipment support, not very good. Let's get the Armory Veteran out, actually. Yeah, then we can, like, fighter class. Ooh, Runeforged Champion. I don't hate doing the Runeforged Champion here. We're versus green, but they haven't played out a creature yet. Yeah, mono green can be a rough matchup. It's very, very Blizzard Brawly, or like, did they draw a bunch of Blizzard Brawls? They probably win. Did they not? You probably win. Search your library. Rune of Might or Rune of Sustenance both work for this matchup. Since they haven't established a lot of presence on the board, or like, we don't need to recover from anything. Ooh, hello. Ooh, ooh. Opponent's spicy. I should mention, you do generally want to hit double whites so you can play out Halvar's top end. This would be a good example, too, of a situation where, even though you normally want to enchant equipment, it can make sense to enchant creatures. Ooh, handy. Fighter class, I kind of like getting the Sword of the Realms out. We are probably equipping this on the Runeforged Champion. Well, we could do the Armory Veteran too. It depends on what type of creature they play out here. I'm assuming they do a Prosperous Innkeeper. Okay. Are we... What's happening here? Ooh, I did not expect our first matchup to be like vaguely spicy venture stuff. Mad Mage, that suggests to me they have a lot of venture. Like Eliwick or something might come out. Ooh, or they're just doing weird mono green. Okay. Ooh. Boy, howdy. That's vaguely complicated. I don't hate losing the Armory Veteran here. Also a vague argument we should forging the Tyrite Sword. I like forging the Tyrite Sword since that means we'll have Halvar on the way. We can rebuy the Runeforged Champion too. We can use the treasure here to make this big and spooky. Give it vigilance, protect us from swingbacks. If they want to take out the Armory Veteran, ooh. Kind of surprised they went for that. So yeah, we have Halvar incoming, probably just replaying the Runeforged Champion. One thing too we can do, play out the Fireblade Charger. 2, 4... They are dead if they don't heal, but they'll probably play out a creature. Or like our lethal line there would be treasure, pay for part of the right, Prosperous Innkeepers, duh. Froghemoth. So yeah, we're getting like spicy mono green. Piquant green. The thing I want to do here, I think, goodbye Rune of Might. The thing I want to do here is Runeforged Champion for the Rune of Sustenance. Search your library. Toss that. That is a little awkward, actually. We can stick it directly on the Armory Veteran, which I don't hate. No, the kind of middle road here. Toss it on the Dueling Rapier. Oh, Dueling Rapier is also another piece of equipment that benefits a lot from fighter class re-equips. So we get the lifelink, we get them down to 8. Next turn we're in pretty good shape to kill them with Sword of the Realms, Maul of the Skyclaves. Or we will have Halvar too. Why do I keep ignoring the Prosperous Innkeeper heal? Yeah, that's a thing. Werewolf Pack Leader. The double Innkeepers here are changing the combat math pretty significantly in a pretty awkward way. We'll just take 7. We can get Bearded Axe. Bearded Axe is actually really, really punchy here. But the equip is expensive fighter class. We haven't stuck yet. Haven't really had time to get that down. I think I like getting Halvar. Play out the land. Play out Halvar. Play out Sword of the Realms. Halvar is... this thing can be annoying. You shouldn't just, like, automatically decline. It can actually be very important in terms of getting in damage while still keeping up defenses with blockers. But yeah, you're generally safe-ish to just kind of smash face. Especially if you have vigilance on the thing you're attacking with. So they connect for a bunch, potentially only the Froghemoth is trample. I think we're okay keeping things here. Could move the Sword of the Realms over to the Fireblade Charger. Do I like that? Well, it can take out Varus. No, it can't. We can block Varus, send the death damage over to the Fireblade Charger. Oh, I guess that's the other thing to mention too with Halvar's equipment juggling is they do have double strike, which can be pretty relevant. Take 6. Take 6. Or sorry, 9. I don't know why I said 6. Yeah, don't... Might block the pack leader here just because I think we have lethal next turn. Want to be extra safe, ensure... I don't know. Just ensure we connect, basically. The interaction between First Strike on the Fireblade Charger and Halvar can be a little awkward. Ooh, why would he not do that pre-combat? That seems wild to me, but okay. Backup Varus. Let's play this out on red. Maul of the Skyclaves on the Armory Veteran. Yeah, opponent scoops it up, which is reasonable from them. Nice thing in creature matchups is that if they don't kill you in the first couple turns, like lifelinking backup, vigilance, first strike, the kind of keyword soup you assemble makes it very difficult for them to actually win. Again, unless they pull three Blizzard Brawls or whatever, but yeah, good game from the opponent. Oh, this hand, double white, and yeah, rip. Mulligan it is. Snarls and Shatterskull Smashings is the... Okay, keep 6, drop a Smashing. We can curve up to 3 at least, but 2 tap lands is... early Luminarch Aspirant is... Normally I would feel good about this matchup. Having to shock in the Shatterskull to get the Luminarch Aspirant in on time, not amazing. We definitely want to get the Runeforge champion down as fast as possible so we can fetch up a Rune of Sustenance. Try to stabilize. It's really bad for us here if they have a Skyclave Apparition. 100%, like, never take that trade. Clarion Spirit is... okay. We do Fighter class to fetch up. We have Ruined Crown, Bearded Axe. Given that we expect to get the sustenance off of the Runeforge champion, I think Bearded Axe. No attacks, block the Clarion Spirit. That's our current plan. Don't Portable Hole me, bro. Portable Hole, very important card in the matchup. both for us and for them. Yeah, Portable Hole and Elite Spellbinder weirdly not that great against us. If they hit the Runeforge Champion exactly, that makes the Bearded Axe hit awkward. But yeah, not single-handedly backbreaking. They might hit Maul of the Skyclaves because First Strike is very bad for them, and it would mean... Oh, they're on to me. It would mean we outsize basically their entire board. Yeah, I think we just get the Sky Maul. Still, Apparition is awful for us, but we are sort of stabilizing a little bit. I think they figured that disabling the Rune of Might is worth it, but we have plenty of stuff to spend mana on in the meantime, so... We are in a position where, yeah, if they don't have a clean answer for the Luminarch Aspirant, Ridane's fine. If they don't have a clean answer for it, we can just start outsizing them. Like winning with Lifelink, Trample, First Strike. Okay. It's not a land, but I'll take it. Search your library, Rune of Sustenance. Okay. Okay. 8 damage by blocking. They probably just throw the token under the bus. I think we're still fine with this attack, honestly. Takes us to 23, which is pretty solid. If they can't double spell again, too, we start getting like Ridane, Elite Spellbinder, taking out their good stuff. Land off the top would be weirdly good, just because Runeforge Champion into Rune of Might. This is concerning. They have a big board to work with. Oh no. Yeah, I think we still want to get the champion out. Search your library for a Rune of Speed, just because we can. Cast this onto... Oh, come on. Sky Maul. Just make the Aspirant absolutely enormous. Pump up the Runeforge enough so that it can chump an Usher, a Clarion Spirit, etc. We just straight up outsize this, right? +1/+1 for each other attacking creature. So yeah, we can get down the Bearded Axe next turn. That gives us a lot of pump to work with. The thing we really, really want is a Halvar. Halvar makes the Luminarch Aspirant into just an ungodly pile of stats. Very Embercleave at home territory. Okay. Definitely seems like our opponent's playing with connection issues or something. So we need to win next turn. This is vaguely cartoonish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We can block. We can block. What? Does that matter? We still take a lot of damage. Yeah, so attack all. Ooh, absolute coward. All right. It's not mean if it's true. Now, just spread out the runes across equipment. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. That's a 15, or pardon me, 16 power double strike. Rune of Crown, sure, don't care. Decline. Vroom vroom. Oh boy. That is one reason I like the deck. It's very good at good games to the opponent. So this hand's actually pretty awkward in that it's creatureless, but all the equipment are like portable whole something if they're on aggro into Sword of the Realms. We have a few shots to draw creatures, so I think I keep. This one's a risky keep, of course. Love it. Creature off the bat, easy breezy, beautiful Armory Veteran. Cram session. So this is looking like the Simic Ramp deck. Seems to be the gist of it. Our main concern in this matchup, or like our main concern. Oh, okay, Sultai. Our main concern versus learners is the Breach card. The 3-mana green environmental breach. God, why am I blanking on that name? Anyway, 3-mana green, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Very good versus this deck. Just straight up. If you think they might have it, you generally want to kind of spread out your resources if you can. Hmm. Thing I like here, actually, we could have played out Halvar Creature side to get double striking and really do a lot of damage. The thing I like about playing at the Sword of the Realms is if they, yeah, have a bunch of blood on the snows or whatever, like, you know, generic creature removal. This means we get to replay the Armory Veteran. We lose relatively minimal board equity. So we do that. You know, Akiri Fearless Voyager. There's an argument for not attacking Lilith if we're expecting blood on the snows. There's an argument for not attacking Lilith if we expect blood on the snows. Yeah. Honestly, I don't know that I care if they draw all that much. Kind of. I don't think the Dueling Rapier is worth it quite yet. Hasting out the Fireblade Charger next turn is a little more exciting to me. Like if they blood on the snow here, they draw a card with Lolth. We have haste damage, like a fair amount of haste damage. Sure. We can actually just give this indestructible, huh? I don't want to pay to re-equip that, but I mean, the Sky Mole drops off anyway. Paying to remove the Sword of the Realms is weirdly kind of better.
A gift in exchange for loyalty. Go on, run, but we will catch you.
So, Fireblade Charger. Dueling Rapier. Sword of the Realms. Game? Good game to the opponent. I think I like this hand. Like Luminarch Aspirant, we can play out Shatter Skull tapped. Pretty reasonable hand overall. Thundering Rebuke, nice little piece of removal if they're on creature. On a creature-focused deck. We don't have the double white... Or sorry, we're almost certainly not doing Halvar stuff. Shambling Ghast is a bit annoying, but we do have the Runeforged Champion to fetch up a Rune of Might if we want. I don't know if we'll do that next turn. We probably will just because the mana is easy there. Bloodchief's Thirst, okay. Yeah, fetch up the Rune of Might. Do. Can get the Sustenance with the Runed Crown. Haste. Ooh, green. So they might be like a Skeletal Swarming deck. I don't hate just play out Sword of the Realms, equip Sword of the Realms. They might flunk the Runeforged Champion, which would be awkward. I think we take that risk, though, like, just kind of in general. Power word kill. How is... okay. Has Is It Dragons fallen so far? The answer, kind of. It was never that good a deck. Come at me, bro. And by which I mean I'm not remotely interested in talking about that, but, you know. Actually going to do the Runed Crown here. Search your library, sustenance or haste? I think haste, honestly. I'm not that concerned about our life total right now. By the time they stick a skeletal swarming or something like that, kind of assume we draw another Runeforged champion. Field trip? Sure. They have missed some land drops, which is good for us. Containment breach. Alright. Honestly, I think our best move here is a Kiri Runed Crown. If they're containment breaching Sword of the Realms, we have a backup with Halvar, and I do think the Sword of the Realms is just kind of generically worth holding on to in this matchup. Oh, they didn't go for it. Okay. Interesting. Are we juggling equipment here? I think so. Like, we can Armory Veteran, move the Ruined Crown over, equip the Sword of the Realms, which might spur some action out of them. The Rune of Haste, by the way, does need to be, if you're sticking it on equipment, the equipment does need to be on the creature to give it haste. You can't, like, do this, then move it to another creature to give that creature haste too. It's certainly something I screwed up at some point when I was playing this deck. Maybe should have put it on the Armory Veteran. Could go either way there. No, the Armory Veterans was probably correct, honestly. Their removal has been very patchy. Ooh. Okay. We can kind of work with that. Although not as well as I would like. If we had untapped white mana here, that would be excellent. Honestly, I think I want to hold on to the creature half of Halvar hard enough that I'd, like, just don't play him out here. Try to get some kind of removal or something out of them. Okay, that makes playing out the sword better, although we've lost all our good creatures. Which is a bit of a thing. Boy. Yeah. Reason I'm doing this is I want to attack in with the Den of the Bugbear, and I don't want them to be able to kill it with the Shambling Ghast, like block and then -1. This does potentially mean they curve up to Lolth mana or something. They were getting there anyway, though, so... Sorry, let's just make sure we don't... Oh no, we had the mana. Don't know what I was thinking there, but... Vroom vroom. Opponent on 2. We're in decent shape. Lolth doesn't actually do it?
Come, we will slay our enemies.
Yeah, like we have Thundering Rebuke on a Spider. Den of the Bugbear. Swinging. Hey. Oh, we got there. Sure. the pacing's a little awkward, or it's always the awkward, like, Fireblade Charger, oh, Dueling Rapier when the haste thing doesn't matter, but that's fine. Curve up to Runeforge Champion 2, bit of removal. All in all, totally fine. Totally workable hand. Rune of Might, alright. One nice thing I like about this list too is you don't get the Oops All Runes or Oops All Equipment hands that a lot of equipment and rune decks can get, where you just kind of auto-lose, because you can, they do pop up occasionally, you can just like slap a rune on a land if you need to, and then you'll pull into something that isn't a rune. Are we okay losing the Fireblade Charger here? I think yes. Okay. The reason I say I think yes is just because that we still have the Thundering Rebuke to take out trolls or something, so we can play a little slow, a little dirtly, fetch up a Rune of Sustenance, probably. The Haste Rune is the one I fetch the least, although it can be very good. Yeah, so anyway, I started Blast. Rune of Might on the champion here. I definitely don't want to play around equipping the Rapier. And the Rune of Might helps us size up against all their stuff. Snarl is alright. Might actually do the Sustenance on the Rapier next turn. Just because we can, basically. Oh, there's the Blizzard Brawl. Yeah, that's awkward. That's one of their best bits of tech against us. Lots of champions to work with. Search the graveyard, actually. Just again, help it size up, even though it can't block the troll productively here. Can help it block Werewolf, the pack leader. No blocks, thank you. Get out. Oh, Eska's Chariot, gross. Eska's Chariot, not something we're happy to see. That's one of their other... the Chariot and Blizzard Brawl are probably their best cards against us. Might actually equip the Rapier here. Let's toss the Rune of Sustenance on it anyway. Just none of our creatures really fix this board state. So, Runeforged Crown is okay. The equip on the crown is 2. Which is awkward with how our mana is shaping up. I think I'm okay trading for the chariot here. Trading for the cats is potentially a little awkward. This does kind of suggest to me they have a backup chariot in hand if they're taking, like if they're crewing and blocking. If they have a backup chariot, we might be out of the game. That's not true. Like Skymall and Halvar. I think this is the better move for them because they have the troll on the land. So they can crack that for the token and then start copying the token, the troll token. We could weirdly use a fighter class. Ruined Crown and Dueling Rapier, Maul of the Skyclaves, they all... they're some of the best equipment for the fighter class discount. You do want generic equip 2, usually, or like the Dueling Rapier's equip 4, so getting that down to 2, handy. Yeah, they're doing the Eska's Chariot thing, which they can't do this turn, but... Or no, sorry, they can, you know, crew with the Extant Troll. Do this. We've almost certainly lost. Like, this is just It's just too much, man. Mm-hmm. The main way, or yeah, I think that our odds of winning here are close to zero unless we like top deck Halvar, basically. The reason I'm just playing it out is to kind of show off the matchup if I can. I've been meaning to include more losses, so try to maximize useful information. Although they do just trample through for 12. Oh, this is worth maybe showing off if you select the wrong zone. Like, oh no, I have no runes in my library. You can still switch to the graveyard. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna scoop. Good games to the opponent. Next match. Mulligan. This is better. Keep 6, drop. It's either Runeforge Champion or Armory Veteran, I think. We could drop the Fireblade Charger too. I'm awfully fond of my dumb little son. Um Prefer to keep Runeforge Champion because it's card advantage, like tutoring for a rune. Gives us a little more versatility. Fireblade Charger can be good here. If they play out like a Shambling Ghast or something. We kind of don't mind 2 for 1. 2 for 1ing them. They want the things to die, of course, but... Ooh. This is not the worst. So we can get a counter on the Fireblade Charger. And it does not die to the Eye Twitch now. Which is useful. We might be giving them an Environmental Sciences. Nope, Deadly Dispute, sure. So, I think we almost... there's an argument for forging the Tyrant Sword to get a Halvar in hand. If they Environmental Sciences this turn, maybe we were in Forged Champion. I think I might do Forging the Tyrant Sword. Just then we can Runeforge Champion. Play out the rune we draw. The sequencing is a little nicer if we wait. Field Trip, sure. Ooh, opponent's on Golgari. Doing a big think. Yeah, do a Forging the Tyrant Sword. I do normally like to try to get the Rune of Might to trample over the Eye Twitches and stuff, but... Getting a Halvar on the field is going to be very relevant versus Blood on the Snow in particular. Or sorry, Sword of the Realms, getting a Sword of the Realms into play. Very relevant versus Blood on the Snow. Looks like they might be fetching a Containment Breach. Took me like an hour of recording, but I finally remembered the name of the card. Yeah, Containment Breach is very bad. Or like bad news for us. Ooh. Don't hate. Like, just grab a rune. Ignoring the Rune of Might now. I kind of want to try to beat down. Oh, we're putting all the counters on the Fireblade Charger, so the on-death trigger is just as chunky as possible. We have a turn until Blood on the Snow, which is very good for us. Maybe should have still done the Rune of Might. Yeah, this is... Ooh, that is solid. Okay. Thing we want to do here. 1, 2. 1, 2. We're not targeting the Shambling Ghast, so we don't give them the -1/-1 on the Luminarch Aspirant. Cast the Rune of Might on Fireblade Charger? Sure. Ooh, not the worst. Going to put 1... Honestly, if they take out a Luminarch Aspirant instead of dealing with the Fireblade Charger, like jumping the Fireblade Charger, we're kind of okay with it. Yeah, since now if they Blood on the Snow... Or no, sorry, we could have done a lot of things there and been fine. Blood on the Snow means we deal 5 to face just immediately. This is why Luminarch Aspirant is in the deck. Giant Fireblade Chargers tend to be pretty solid. They constrain the opponent's choices in a very good way.
Envy strong, for I will cull the weak.
This is lethal, right? Doot. We still connect for 6. Oops. Good games to the opponent. I think I probably could have got a Rune of Might instead of the Rune of Sustenance. It was maybe a little impulsive, but yeah, anyway. We still got there in the end. Good games to the opponent. I think I'm going to stop today's recording there, actually. I'm not sure how much I'll clickbait this in the title or whatever, but I did record a match with an earlier version of this deck versus CGB. It's not a very good match, but I'll throw it in next as bonus content. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, all the YouTuber stuff. Genuinely helps the channel. Small little channel growing right now. Been getting new subscribers lately, so that's nice. But yeah, anyway, thanks again, and here's that CGB match that... Oh, I also only recorded like half the match because it caught me by surprise, but anyway, on to that match, and yeah, have a good one. You join a game in session, a very, very stupid Warriors deck versus, CGB. Whoops. Sword of the Realms, thank you. Well, we can do this. Yeah, I was not recording and then and then this happened. This is also maybe the best the deck has ever worked, so yeah, I'll be honest, I was really not expecting this. I don't know that I have like an amazing game plan at the moment. Tutor for probably just Halvar, huh? Yeah, Halvar double strikes. And that's just lethal. So... Oh, welp. I am technically 2-0 versus CGB now, including that goblin footage that I forgot to upload to my channel, but is in his mono white or something. I have no idea if I'll use this footage. Hi, if I do.